Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show some meal prep for my 15-month-old. So I'm going to show a few recipes. These are easy, healthy recipes that I like to just have on hand. He will usually eat our leftovers for a few of his meals, but I like to have stuff on hand for breakfast or snacks. So we're going to do my baby pancakes that's on my website. We're going to do some apple baked oatmeal and possibly a third recipe, but I'll link the recipe or where to get the recipes below. Okay, first thing, I don't have a recipe for this, I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm going to do a chia pudding. So I'm going to blend some almond milk, a couple of dates, probably just 2 of these, and then I'll snack on the other ones. A little bit of yogurt and some frozen mango, and then I'm going to blend all that and then stir in the chia seeds. Okay, so I added probably a cup of mango, maybe a cup and a half or 2 cups of almond milk, probably half a cup of yogurt, and 2 dates. And I'm going to blend that. I'm going to add in my chia seeds to stir now. I'm going to add probably, I guess that's like 1/3 of a cup. Let's stir that in and see if we need more. Ideally I'd have a bigger container for this, but it made a little more than I was expecting it to. Okay, I feel like that's actually a good amount. I'm going to stir this better, but it looks like enough to me. Okay, that looks good. How I test it is I check and see how it looks when they're distributed, so that looks like a good amount. I'm going to put this in the fridge to let it set. The next recipe is an apple baked oatmeal, so I won't share it, but I'll share this is the cookbook that it's from, so if you want to get that recipe, look here. This is such a great resource if you are starting to feed your baby or toddler. It just has so many recipes and really good info from 2 registered dietitians that are super knowledgeable from plant-based juniors. This is the second thing I'm prepping, the apple baked oatmeal. So it has like some plant milk, oats, applesauce, raisins, apples. It does have like some salt and some baking powder, cinnamon. I leave that out just because I feel like it doesn't need it. I'm gonna mix this and then put it in a baking pan with parchment paper and bake it. This is ready to bake now. I'm gonna bake it and I'll show what it looks like when it's done. An example of kind of how we give him some of our dinners too. For dinner we're having some sourdough pasta. We got it from Costco with some broccoli. So we're just giving him the broccoli without salt. We'll probably add some other seasoning and then the plain pasta and probably some fruit. And he loves this. This is his second serving of the pasta. He really likes the roasted broccoli, and then I gave him some steamed apple. So you can steam apple just by cutting it, putting it in a pot with a little bit of water, and it'll get soft in about 5 minutes. This is the finished apple baked oatmeal. It's got some raisins in it, and I love to have this with like some almond butter and a little pure maple syrup as a breakfast or a snack. And yeah, you give it to Krause with almond butter. I try not to do sugar for him yet. He has it like in very small amounts occasionally if I'm giving him like a bite of something of mine that he wants, like a muffin or something, but this I'll just give to him plain or with some almond butter or peanut butter. But yeah, it turned out really good, and I like to just store it like this. I'll cut it when it cools into maybe like little bars, but this is really nice to have. So it's the next day. I wanted to finish all my prep yesterday on Sunday, but realistically that just didn't happen. Sometimes having a baby, you just need to go to bed. I still went to bed at midnight, but so I'm finishing the prep today. So I have the chia pudding that's done, I have the apple baked oatmeal that's done, and now I'm just gonna prep the pancakes, but it's fine because it's still Monday, so I'll have them for the week, and I'm gonna show what the pudding looks like once it's set also. For the pancakes, I added 1 frozen banana. You could use fresh or frozen. I just only had frozen on hand. And now I'm gonna add oats and plant milk. I just eyeball it usually, but I have the recipe linked below that has the exact measurements. Okay, it's blended. I just kind of look for a texture, so I just keep adding oats. I do like more banana and plant milk and then keep adding oats until it gets to this texture. So now let's cook them up. So I have the baked apple oatmeal. I drizzled a little almond butter on it, but it just has a really nice texture, as you can see, almost like a cakey or like brownie type of texture. And then this is the chia pudding. So since it didn't have coconut milk in it, that makes it super thick. It's a little bit of a looser one, so I'm gonna give it to him with a spoon or maybe even in his cup to drink. But this is as set as it'll be with almond milk. Again, if you did coconut milk or even half coconut milk, it'll be a lot thicker, but we actually were out, so that's why I just did it fully almond milk. I ended up just putting the chia pudding in his cup, and it tastes so good. It's perfectly sweet. From the dates, it tastes just like a really good mango smoothie. I've got a little avocado oil in the pan over like a medium-low heat, and we're going to heat this up. Batter ended up being pretty thick, thicker than the recipe, I think. I forget that after you blend it kind of thickens a little more too, so I'm going to have some thick, puffy pancakes, but that's okay. If you follow my recipe, it'll be a little bit, or quite a thinner pancake than this, but we're just going to go with it. Pancakes are cooking. I just love having these on hand for snacks. Like, we're going to a little play date today, and I feel like these are just so easy to grab, have on the go. You don't have to have them refrigerated, and yeah, they're just such a nice, easy, healthy snack. And just flip the pancakes so they're almost done. They cook pretty fast. I'd say they do like a minute or two on each side. These are the finished pancakes. It made 11 and they're pretty good size. I'll show. They're about this size, so they are a little thicker than the ones in the recipe, but I really like them like this too. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can basically add like however many oats to make it thick, and then if you run out of plant milk, I ran out and I used some water, so that's going to make the nutrient profile not as dense, but it will keep the recipe pretty much the same. So you can also sub the plant milk with water as needed, or at least part of it. But yeah, these will be so great. He likes them with a little peanut butter or almond butter or yogurt on them, with some berries or plain. I'm just gonna bring one plain to our play date today so he can have it as a snack if he needs. And that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps so much. It motivates me to keep making videos. And again, those recipes are gonna be linked below. See you next time.